The planet is being destroyed all around us. Using money to try to address that problem, it's shooting yourself in the foot. Evolve or perish, grow up or die. An entirely new level of human consciousness is needed right now, or we're all dead. Mankind openly descends into a world of bloodshed without end. Dog eat dog until everything is killed and the last man commits suicide or is poisoned, having all the toys, and they mean nothing. When you believe you're already dead and you got nothing to live for, you fight better than you've ever fought in your life. When your back's to the wall. That's the only time when humans actually choose to evolve, at the moment of death. At the moment when we face our destruction. That's when the greatest leaps in human consciousness and the leaps of human heart take place. I'm tired. I'm ready to die. Great, bring it on. I'm not afraid of death at all. That'll be a big relief for me. That'll be graduation. God, I get out of this godforsaken shithole that I love more than anything else in the world.
18 years I'd been trying to make somebody pay attention to the fact that CIA had been bringing drugs into the United States. And I had lost a career because I blew a whistle on that. And I'd been 18 years and I finally got a chance to nail a guy.
I will tell you, Director Deutsch, as a former Los Angeles police narcotics detective, that the agency has dealt drugs throughout this country for a long time. Director Deutsch, I will refer you to 3 specific agency operations known as Amadeus, Pegasus, and Watchtower. I have Watchtower documents heavily redacted by the agency. I was personally exposed to CIA operations and recruited by CIA personnel who attempted to recruit me in the late 70s to become involved in protecting agency drug operations in this country. I have been trying to get this out for 18 years, and I have the evidence. My question for you is very specific, sir. If in the course of the IG's investigations and Fred Hitz's work, you come across evidence of severely criminal activity,
let him speak
and it's classified, will you use that classification to hide the criminal activity, or will you tell the American people the truth? For those of you who have read Crossing the Rubicon or are reading it, or for those of you who are subscribers to From the Wilderness, what I'm going to show you tonight will mean a lot more to you than to the people who are new to this. That doesn't mean that the people who are new to this aren't going to walk away needing a stiff drink, a joint, or a Valium. You know, or whatever makes you feel better. This is no longer about having a lefty progressive feel-good party and rally and where we can clap and cheer and throw some money at something and go home and think we've done something. I don't know about you, but I spent 27 years of my life trying to change the world, and I've been an abject failure. How well have you done?
I was a map maker, if you will, a cartographer, going out to try and map how the world really worked as opposed to the way we were told it worked. And the map that we have made has proved so startlingly accurate over 10 years, whether they had to do with gold prices or geopolitical developments or economic events. The only thing that amazes me is the speed with which things are falling apart. And that message now is the single most important thing in my life. It's the only thing in my life. Well, except for rock and roll music, good music, playing with my dog and long walks on the beach. I've said before, this valley is so big, what it does is it invites a human consciousness to expand to fill it, which is a beautiful invitation, as opposed to when we get this narrow tunnel vision of our everyday life and paying the bills and everything else. And this invites you to expand to an awareness much larger. Somebody asked me, to slow down on my Facebook page and remember the everyday man. And I said, I gave up on the everyday human a long time ago. Now I only serve the exceptional ones. I serve the warriors. I serve the ones who are out there, who are the best of the best. And that makes us all sharper together because nobody's as smart as all of us. I get feeds from all over the world. And I can really see and participate in this awakening that is taking place. And it's one of those great dramas. Will the awakening happen in time to make a difference? And I don't know that it does make a difference. And this is where I've come to just in the last 2 or 3 weeks, looking at climate collapse in Fukushima, which is that I think we're all dead. But I'm utterly convinced that the state of mind we are in when we die will make all the difference in the universe as to where we find ourselves once we've walked through the door. You know, I firmly believe that the level of consciousness and love that we carry and we create, and the people that we surround ourselves with, what we hold in our hearts at the moment of our death makes all the difference in the world. There are people who would lay down and die. Well, that's not a warrior's path. You know, just give up, just get loaded, just get stoned, just party. Well, that doesn't, you get tired of that real quick if you try it. But it's what's in your heart, it's what you're doing. It's the warrior's way. You fight until the last minute. One way or another, no matter what happens, there is a balancing that's coming. There is a balancing that is here, that it is now. And what's left for us is to decide how we're going to face it and what's important.
Carolyn, we are running out of time. We're down to the last minute. I have 2 great quotes, and then we'll sign off. Both quotes from Terence McKenna. We are the custodians of the destiny of this planet. What a great line. We are the custodians of the destiny of this planet. Yes. Not some elected official. We are the custodians.
Yes. Yes.
And Terence McKenna also said, if the artist cannot find the way, then the way cannot be found. Art is doing some amazing things lately. And that may be the edge, the wedge into consciousness that may spring something loose if we start seeing all kinds of new art spring up. Let's hope for that. It's very effective. Carolyn Baker, we are out of time. My dear friend, I want to thank you for joining us tonight. This was a very important show. Wish you good luck. Wish Mimi good luck. Thank you to everybody who called. And we'll be back to do this again next week. And we'll call all angels in the meantime. Until then, this is Michael C. Ruppert, Tracker of Truth, loving you, saying goodbye. We'll see you next week here on the Lifeboat Hour. Good night.